Hello and welcome, my name is Meeples, she, they, and this is Literally Graphic. And today I decided to return to one of the first books I reviewed on this channel, and definitely an early favorite, as I dip my toe into horror comics for the first time. But what book is it, do you ask? Sandcastle by Frederik, Peeters, and Pierre Levy, translated from French by Nora Mahoney. This edition was published in 2011 by Self-Made Hero. Content notes for quite a bit of non-sexual nudity of all ages, some racial profiling, some teen sexual relations, a birth, and quite a bit of character death. As I noted in my original review, this does remind me a lot of the original Twilight Zone, sort of speculative fiction horror with a twist. So if you don't want to know the twist, you might want to bow out now. Pierre Levy turned out to be one of those creators that I had a hard time learning much about. Apparently he is otherwise a documentary director. Frederik Peeters, on the other hand, is a Swiss artist who is also known for his autobiographic graphic novel Blue Pills. What kind of keywords came to mind? Cycles, beach, family, time, and death. Here's the official Goodreads description. Quote, "It's a perfect beach day, or so thought the family, young couple, a few tourists, and a refugee who all end up in the same secluded, idyllic cove filled with rock pools and a sandy shore, encircled by green, densely vegetative cliffs. But this utopia hides a dark secret. First, there is the dead body of a woman found floating in the crystal clear water. Then there is the odd fact that all the children are aging rapidly. Soon everybody is growing older, every half hour, and there doesn't seem to be any way out of the cove. Levy's dramatic storytelling works seamlessly with Peter's sinister art to create a profoundly disturbing and fantastical mystery." End quote. So yeah, there you have it. I also didn't realize that apparently next month M. Night Shyamalan is releasing a movie based off of this graphic novel entitled Old. I'm not sure if I would be interested in revisiting the story in that medium, but who knows. I used to watch a lot of Shyamalan, but then lost interest. The art in this book is definitely right up my alley, with really dramatic black on white line work. The level of detail that Peeters is able to reveal as each character ages is really impressive, and the landscape shots are also beautiful. The way that the plot unfolded and my level of dread build-up was overall very well done, although I will highlight some details in just a minute. Like the Twilight Zone, as the comic is often compared to, there's a lot of mystery around why the twist is twisting that never gets fully explained. I don't see that as an issue personally, but if you don't like loose ends, you might find this book a bit frustrating. Looking into sexuality and gender, we are looking at characters who live inside a heteropatriarchy, and while I wouldn't necessarily say that sexuality is central to the story, the book is definitely very interested in the idea of coming of age as a hetero and allosexual being within a matter of hours, with the fear of impending death looming over you. Thankfully, people's minds age alongside their bodies. Race was one of the issues that bothered me a bit more during this reread. The first character we meet is a male refugee from Algeria, who I felt like the book was initially sort of framing as dangerous. But then one of the fathers does call this man a dangerous killer, but the other characters say he's just being racist. And while I do think he remains nameless, I feel like that wasn't totally unique across our cast of characters. And he did get more character development and general appreciation from his fellows as the story progressed. There's also an interracial couple that shows up as well, so I guess we're trying to push it back against racial stereotypes. Class wasn't explored, and people remained largely able-bodied or dead. To conclude, having gained a lot more perspective since my initial reading this book, I do think I'll take it down 2 stars to 3 out of 5 stars. It's good and has a lot of skill. I guess I just felt like the themes felt a bit basic, even while the art was amazing. Maybe I'll go with 4 out of 5 stars. You'll have to go to Goodreads to find out, I suppose. Bye y'all, keep reading and resist white supremacy. And Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, an Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.